Well, if that wasn't the start of episode 47, I don't know what will be.
6.
6? 46.
46.
What's funny now
Here,
is
just play again. We'll just cut this whole thing. Just go ahead. Go ahead, play again.
the irony of like if that's not the, it's not.
Well, that's definitely now the intro
Yes.
for episode Guitar Friends episode 46. My, how far we've come.
Literally how
Dude, we
far.
are approaching
46.
50 episodes.
That's really wild.
What's the count on how many podcasts get to 50 episodes?
It's like 3.
Only three podcasts in the
have
history
more.
of
Look it up.
podcasts have
Yeah.
ever been.
Look it up.
No, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's on
This
there somewhere.
here we are, 46 episodes into the greatest podcast about guitar, unless you actually count. Well, here's the intro.
Guitar Friends is on. Maybe you're in your car or mowing your lawn. Just turn it up. The Guitar Friends are on. The greatest podcast about guitar is on. As long as you don't count all the ones that have big guests and are very intentional about actually having guitar-related conversations. Guitar Friends is on. This is Guitar Friends. With HW, Susan, John too. It's mostly about guitar, but also some other stuff will be discussed too. But it's most about guitar, unless we get distracted and talk about food or Teslas, or how annoying it is that Californians keep moving everywhere and bring their terrible ideas and ruin their state to Nashville. But no swing guitar.
All right, episode 46. Here we go. Could we start out with just a lot to talk about. I have a new favorite amp. Dan Lombardi just texted me.
What's he up to? Unless it's like a personal, text. I don't want to get into his business, but
I mean, I don't even.
I'd love to have Dan on this show. He's a guitar friend for sure.
Yeah, he doesn't live around here though.
No.
I think the next person that's going
Did
to come
he
by
make
is
a guitar one time?
Yeah, remember
Yeah,
that
he did. I almost
yellow
bought it.
Yeah, the yellow.
Yeah.
Gibson, like
Jared's going to come in, and then Addison, if he's still alive.
yeah.
He moved to Nashville.
I think we saw him at a show recently.
Addison?
He was it was who was that?
Gable Price and
Gable
Friends.
Price and Friends.
Oh, you saw? Yeah, you might have seen it. When did you see Gable Price?
Last week.
Last week.
Oh, I might have gone. Where was that?
A friend of ours from Musicville bought tickets for us.
What was the
Are you
venue?
saying the friend that I know?
Yeah.
He is.
All of us are friends.
Dave?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is that where you guys scurried off to after we recorded the last podcast?
It was.
I
No,
said, what are you guys... That wasn't it?
No, we scurried. I had to leave because I had to take my daughter somewhere. But then later that night we went. But we weren't scurrying
You
off.
were, because you
scurried.
said you were
Yeah.
like, all right, and then you said something like, well, I guess I'll see you tonight. You were like, I have to go,
Right.
and then you're like, I guess I'll see you tonight. And I was thinking,
true.
I don't know what these guys are up to, but they obviously don't want to tell me what it is.
Oh, man.
It's got to be some secret. I don't know if they're on drugs or something.
We're talking about it now.
They're seeing each other in the AA meeting,
Yeah.
Dang.
or the GA meeting, the guitars and.
This is
Don't drop the guitar enemies.
No,
It's not that.
no, we're not gonna do
No,
that.
but we saw.
That was really
I think
great.
we saw Addison.
Well, he was taking a video of
Mm-hmm.
the band, and he was like, John said, I think that's Addison. So
Yeah.
then I called Addison, but then his phone didn't ring. I don't know.
Something.
I just don't know. Like,
Why did you just walk up to him?
I was too afraid.
What?
Because Addison, what I wanted to do was shove him from behind and like yell an expletive. But then if
Right.
he turns around, it's not Addison.
Right.
Okay, now we're in an altercation. Like, this is super weird.
It was also like there was loud music happening.
Yeah, we couldn't really talk,
So it's not like I
know?
could just be like, oh, hey. I don't
By the
know.
way, we're talking about Addison, formerly of JHS.
Yeah.
Savahon
So who last time he was on his podcast, that my favorite comment was, what was it? So this is what Addison is
So
doing
that's
now?
where he went.
So
Like
that- yeah,
so disappointed
It was like such a downgrade.
for Addison and for it was like
I know,
it
it's
was
a
like
diss on both.
A diss on
A
both.
diss for
It was
both.
beautiful. It was
Yeah,
a really good
We
comment.
should have Addison on though.
But yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna come by.
yeah. What is Joe? I want to be here when Jared's here.
Yeah. We're all gonna be here for all of them.
People love Jared.
Should we have like a Guitar Friends like Nashville meetup?
I mean, we could.
We talked about that a long time ago.
I think before we do that, let's start a Facebook group. Would you get on Facebook to just be on the Guitar
No.
Friends Facebook group?
Would you moderate it?
John, there's a lot of people who listen, and I think we get a lot of feedback and a
Everyone
lot of like,
out there
advice.
listening right now, this is peer pressure. This is what
Do
it
it,
is.
John.
Do it now. Do it, or you won't be cool.
John, give me your phone right now.
Do it,
I mean, you can have it,
or you'll never get a girlfriend.
I have a wife.
I'm in high school again.
Yeah, totally.
Dang.
Maybe, I don't
wives
know.
to girlfriends. What's the general difference?
Yeah. I don't know. Your wives spend more of your money.
Yeah.
Remember when the money was separate? It was like, well, are you gonna pay? Like, I'll pay for this time.
Now it's a joke.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got this, right?
Gosh, listen, my wife. Can I just tell you something? I love my wife. I really do. My wife. You guys know my wife. She's
excellent.
She's excellent. She's one of those people who just. She's one of the few people I've known who just from a very young age has known what she wanted to do forever. And that was basically be a mom and have her mom's life. She wants to drive a minivan. We've talked about, there's other vehicles that don't look so stupid.
The wings like go up like this, like a falcon.
And she's just like, no, I like my minivan.
Right.
And even like now, like we have this, she kind of like, I would say 2 years ago, I tried to get her to buy a new car, like really aggressively. We were going to get another car, and she's like, there's nothing wrong with my car. And I'm like, it's got about 100,000 on it now if we want to replace it. It's like kind of at the age where it's like, it's still got value. It's like, I think it was like we're approaching 90. And it was like, if we're going to sell it, it's still under 100, like it's still in good shape. It's not that old. And now we're well over that. And we're now in the range where it's like, it's not worth selling this car. We're just trying to keep it nice to drive it forever into the ground
until the wheels fall off.
Yeah, and that's, I think, like there's a place you get with a car where it's like it's not really worth me replacing. If I replace it, it's a luxury,
Right.
And it's like I don't want anything. And it's like we're past the point where like a couple things have started needing to be replaced. And I do think there's a moment of cars where you're like, I haven't had to put much in here, and that won't continue.
there's a turning-
I'm about to pay a lot.
It's
Yeah.
like
There's a point
yeah.
of no return.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you've committed to just driving that until it
and then at
dies.
that point, you're just making the financial decision. It's cheaper to fix this car and go another 50,000, keep it for 4 years, 5 years, than to buy another car.
Right.
You don't want to sink the money into it and then sell it.
Whereas
That's
there's a
the
point
worst.
where it's like, hey, this car is worth half of what I paid for it.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk. I could add some money to it, and we could get another
Right.
vehicle. Maybe especially if you want to make a change.
Right.
I don't need this in my. And we are at the point where my boys are older. They can handle opening a door. That wasn't always the case. It was really nice to have that door just open. You never have to worry about denting the car next to you or whatever. It just opens up. They jump right in. And but anyway, what were we talking about?
I was talking about a meetup, and then you
Yeah.
asked me to join Facebook again.
Well, listen.
And
this
you
is-
accused us of peer pressure, which was happening.
not you.
Well, talk
Just
about
him.
Speaking of peer pressure, so my wife,
I wanted to be peer pressure. I failed at it. I wanted to be.
I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but we recently, while in our mid-30s, had another baby about a year ago.
Wow, did you?
Yeah, and when you have kids at 35, it's a lot different than at 25 when we had our first child.
Just letting it slide.
No,
it's fine.
I was 35.
I understand.
I am 35.
Yeah.
Anyway,
For 4 years.
I haven't been 35 for 4 years.
But you will be.
Not 4 more.
4 more years.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Can you believe that was me that got us on it? Out of the three of us.
You beat me to it by half a second.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
great.
okay.
So my wife, she has this baby and her back's all messed up. She went to the chiropractor and they were like, your back is really, you have like really tight muscles and your pelvis is actually a little like tilted. She's like, we see this in people after they give birth, this happens. Sometimes, you're supposed to revert back, but you don't quite revert. So we need to like do these stretches, do these things, and she starts having some hip pain and stuff. And so she's like, I need a firmer mattress, And I'm like, I sleep fine, And so we're in the mattress game right now, and we bought a mattress, and I'm just like paying for this mattress going like, you know how rich I'd be if it weren't for my wife and children.
So much money not being spent.
Yeah, and then I saw this photo on Facebook. It was literally a garage with a car, a bed, like a king-size bed, and a desk with a computer. And it was like, if not for women and children, dudes could really live like this. And I was like, I would totally park my Model 3 in that car, use it as a stereo, use it as a nightlight, charge my phone from it, leave it plugged into the wall, put some guitars behind it. You know what I mean? Like all around. I could totally live in that thing and just pull my car out. Garage door goes up, bed, desk.
It's not a studio apartment. It's a studio garage.
It's just
house.
one
Not me,
opening.
man. I'm
Dude,
not with you on that.
I could, man.
Oh, interesting.
Bro, you set up the TV, give me a comfy chair. I'm watching Game of Thrones. I'm playing Xbox. I'm in there. Now, if not for my wife and kids, I mean, I'd be... I don't desire to be single again, but I remember at the time, thinking back when I didn't spend the hours at home that I spend now. Now, unless you have something I need to be at or really want to go to, I'm at home and I'm happy. Then it was like, what's going on?
Yeah,
You're
but
like looking for
gotta
stuff
get
to
out
go
there.
on. So
Yeah.
You were also 15.
well, I was in my 20s,
Well, then you were 20.
Well, I was hanging out at my girlfriend's
Not
house.
this again.
Hanging out at my girlfriend's house, hanging out with my buddies, going to live shows, getting beat up by the lady from Nico Vega.
My point is
Movies. Dinner.
My point
So many
is
movies.
when you're younger, you want to be out.
Exactly.
When you get older,
No, I think if we were not married
no.
with kids, no, because here's why, John.
Not me.
John, so much of your free time gets taken up with your family that you
Not
would.
mine. My kids are older than your guys' kids.
That's true.
Are you just a homebody? Like you just like to be at home?
Yeah. I like to be at home.
I would rather be out more than I
But you
am
like
now.
to be home like with your wife. What if you didn't have your wife there? You'd be home by yourself.
There's a lot of times where all four of us are home and all four of us are in different rooms doing our own thing.
Right, so you'd be in this room. I mean, it's like, right? It's like you'd be in your...
No, but my point is that I could leave, but I
Right.
don't.
Well, today we worked from the factory.
I'm not talking about...
Interesting.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. All right, maybe we don't agree. I could live in that little room with just a car and just be happy.
I miss apartment living. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Everything's right next to you.
Okay.
Like-
did you have like noisy people that lived above you though?
That one lady.
Because that's the worst.
That was the worst.
I think what I'm fantasizing about is the lack of responsibility. Like I once had a buddy
There you
say, he once had a buddy say, he's like, "Do you ever just hope a world war breaks out and
I
like,
said
we
that
all
to you.
go, yeah."
You were the buddy.
I said,
the buddy.
I said, do you ever wish that you just got drafted into the military?
Yeah.
And you said, that sounds like you want less responsibility.
That's
in your
what
life.
it is. It's the male fantasy of, oh, you mean all the pressure would be off? All I have to do is go fight.
Right. All
what
I
they
have to
tell
do
you
is,
to do.
And
all
it's
I have to
completely
do
out
is,
of my hands.
Yeah.
I might die. I might not. I
Right.
might come back. I might not. It doesn't matter. All I have to do is this
Right.
thing I don't have really a choice to not do anyway.
But yeah, it wasn't my choice to
Very-
be here, and none of my choices are my own.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so, anyway.
I don't feel that way now. I was in kind of a dark place, I think, when I said that. By the way,
Solid.
I think.
Yeah.
I think all these years later, I think I'm a little bit better.
Well, anyway, I could live in an awesome bachelor pad with basically guitars, an entertainment system containing a television, a computer, and a bed, and in my car, and I would be
Yeah.
very happy doing that. I'd like to have a Cybertruck.
Did you live by yourself before you got married?
I could get rid of the bed, sleep in the bed of the Cybertruck by just putting a mattress in it. It could be both.
Oh my gosh.
I never lived completely alone. No, I did. For 4 months.
You lived, but hold on, you lived like with your parents, and then you moved out, and you lived with roommates.
Yeah,
For a
there was
while.
a 4-month period where I lived completely by myself. in an
Okay, but
apartment.
you lived for years with roommates.
for
Yeah.
10 years.
Did you live
I lived for a couple years with roommates, yeah.
with roommates? See, I moved out of my parents' house and into the apartment
Oh wow.
and then we got married a month
Yeah, that's
later.
quite a bit different.
So
Wow. You're like an Italian man or a woman from like prior to the 70s going back to the beginning of People. Do you know what I mean?
Like you represent that whole chunk
Yeah,
of time.
basically from the beginning of time, from Adam and Eve to women of the 1970s, you moved from your parents' house into your husband's house.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Yeah, that was my experience.
Congrats.
I
And
know.
then somewhere in the 80s, we were like,
But I loved it.
she's an independent woman with a flat in the city.
Yeah.
Doing her own thing. You know?
So yeah, I don't know. I never really
Yeah.
wanted to like live by myself or do that. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I my children are the joy of my life.
Mine
But
too.
I would have a lot. I mean, just the what
I
they're
think about it all.
just
I
the
actually-
food. I just look at like what I go to the grocery store and I buy just like you know,
Yeah.
just like some beef and some
Bacon.
cheese.
Where did I go? We went to Chick-fil-A last night.
It's so cheap.
It is
We went to
cheap.
Chick-fil-A last night, and it's $55 when we go to Chick-fil-A now for the four of us.
I
That's
know.
actually absurd.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But how many of there are? There's four of
There's
you.
four of us.
So it's $12 each.
But I'm just saying, like, I do think about it all the time. Like, if I was just going here by myself,
it's like
it'd be
under
tw-
15
it'd be
bucks.
$12.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than 55
much.
You could go 4 times
by
as
an
much.
order of magnitude.
Orders of magnitude. Not really by an order of magnitude. But, yeah,
It's just is what it is. Anyway, peer pressure. Can you please get on Facebook so we can start this group?
Oh, yeah,
I
Guitar
want to start like
Friends.
a Tone Junkie Guitar Friends gear community. There's all these groups on Facebook, but I think then we could be super pointed with our discussion topics. We could ask people about tellies before we start. You know what I mean? We could like do different stuff. You
I'm
know
going
what
to
I'm
start
saying?
this group. I'm gonna
I'll
start
consider it.
Yeah.
I'll consider it.
Are you going to start it?
I'll start it
You
and
start it.
I'll make you admin.
Yeah.
Dan Lombardi can be an admin.
I'll consider
great admin.
I'll
yeah,
consider
he is a
it.
good admin.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm just a private person. I don't really want to be on Facebook.
You can
so.
still leave your thing private, and then we'll keep the group
Yeah.
private so no one outside can see what you're
I'm
posting.
not worried about that. I'm just
Can I start
John,
a
you
biz-
have fans.
You do have fans.
People want to talk to you. They want to say.
This is how- this
oh my
is-
God, John Drews just commented
This is how I
on
was-
my meme.
this is how I was when I was in the band too. Everyone would be like, "John, all these people want to." I'm like, I'm tired. I'm gonna go.
I'll be in the bus.
I'm gonna be.
With a van.
I'll be sleeping back there.
Can I start a business account on my Facebook page that is called John 2? And I ask you what he should post, and then he posts it. So it looks like you, but really I'm running it.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I do that?
You know what that's kind of like? You know how so foreigners can't own stuff in China. But have you ever noticed you can just get on to any like on any stock exchange and you can buy Alibaba, you can buy
All these companies.
I haven't
any
noticed.
Chinese
Yeah.
company. So what they've actually done is they've set up a third party group in another country, like in the Bahamas or wherever, that owns a Chinese person that owns a piece of that company. And then you're buying shares actually in this sort of like pass-through thing. And so it's actually
It's a loophole.
It is a loophole.
That's really interesting.
And the thing that's interesting about it is like if one day like the Chinese government could just say, yeah, we just took this over and we're not paying those people. You know what I mean? Like that's always like kind
they
of a
wouldn't have
threat.
that stock.
Yeah, it's not like the American system.
Are
Like
you
we're never
saying
going
you
to
can't
nationalize.
just go to China and buy property?
Can't do it. Guitar
That's so
joke
weird.
of the
You
you
mean
can't
to
do
tell
it.
me.
You mean to tell me that?
Can't do it. Guitar joke of the week. I got several. Here we go. Did you hear about the bass player who was chronically late? He missed his own honeymoon.
No.
The keyboard player had to fill in with his left hand.
Oh, no.
Whoa!
All right.
Whoa!
You got him good.
That's so inappropriately
It's very
so inappropriate.
Yeah. Wow. Did we screen these?
fill in with
Did we
his-
screen
didn't screen
these?
these? Okay.
No.
He's saying no.
Yeah.
The monkey just keeps looking at us
I
like, I
don't
don't
know
know what
why.
you're talking about,
Like
bud.
you guys are ridiculous.
Why was the lead guitarist stuck outside his front door?
Because he didn't know the key. Forgot the key. Something about the key.
Yeah, he couldn't find the right key and
you
didn't
go.
know when to
Oh,
come
the
in.
good
right key.
job.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice, John. Very nice.
You're the best at guessing these for sure. Better than anyone I've encountered.
What do you call What do you call?
Do I ruin them by doing
No,
this?
no, they're
I don't.
great
I
when we
think quite
get
the
them.
opposite.
They're great.
Yeah.
It's great when we get them. What do you call a failed lead guitarist?
A rhythm guitarist?
I don't know.
A bassist.
Oh, I was so close. Another band
You were
member.
on the right. You know. What's the difference between a guitar player and a dead skunk on the side of the road?
Oh God.
Did we do this one before?
I don't think
No,
so.
something
No.
about causing a stink or.
I don't know.
The skunk may have been on his way to a gig.
So sad.
It's very like
my.
overly harsh.
so
like
bad.
it's like okay.
Have
It
you-
actually was so harsh.
Yeah, between the two of these options,
So bad.
How do you get two guitarists to play in unison?
I'm out of ideas.
I don't know.
Shoot one of them.
Oh jeez.
There you go. I don't know
That's
if playing
dark.
in unison at
Yeah,
that
you're
point.
murdering someone.
That's one of those ones where it's like this.
Right.
I guess that's
Maybe
funny
they don't know how. Yeah.
in the way that it's shocking.
The punchline is killing a person. You know, like that's the funny.
Yep. Okay, that's all the guitar jokes for episode 46.
You got two pretty good guffaws
The
out of this
skunk
guy.
may have been on his way to a gig.
We're not
Well, we
sure.
don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know. He may have been. John, you were playing the Match Brave 2 up front. Here's clean. Can we show it to him clean?
Yeah.
I have a new amp, and this is what I want to talk about. I have a new favorite amp. And in the past, I've been criticized for saying, oh, hey, Jim's got another favorite amp. But we touched on this last episode. You know, how many drinks, like, have you had your favorite drink from Starbucks change over the years? Did you start out, like,
Yeah.
are you drinking the same thing as 10 years ago as you are today?
You're not gonna like my answer.
John,
You're so boring.
go ahead.
Normal people do.
How about what you're getting from Taco Bell? Has that changed? Because their menu's changed.
Yeah, I guess it's different.
It's changed. There we go. We
Thank
found it. We found
We were
it.
gonna keep asking
We were
until
gonna-
we got
we were
the
gonna ask.
answer we wanted.
Right? You know, what are you ordering at Taco Bell these days?
A couple soft tacos
A classic choice.
and
Just like regular soft tacos.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you do is you roll them up like, and they become little burritos.
Yeah, right.
This is
You know.
it's all the same food.
Yeah. And then they have something called the double beef and cheese burrito.
They sure do.
I know it well.
They sure do.
It's on the value menu.
Dude, I've been rocking that value menu.
I recently started limiting myself to the value menu plus soft tacos, which
Yeah.
really should be on
they
the
should
value.
be on there.
Yeah.
And they're priced
They're
be on
priced
there.
well.
$2 or
Yeah.
whatever.
I got tired of spending $14 at Taco Bell.
Dude, isn't
I
that
thought
the
this is
truth?
ridiculous.
When you can get full for $6.89.
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and what did you used to get? Were you ever into the Mexican
well, I used to
pizza, the
get-
gordita,
No,
the chalupa?
I used to get the double decker taco.
Oh, who didn't?
Did you see that they're bringing back a menu item from every decade, and that's not one of them?
Well, they brought it back recently, but then it's not here again.
Okay, like the Mexican pizza came back.
It came back.
It was back, but every time I would go, it said all sold out on the menu.
Like, how do you sell
That's
out?
yeah, that's frustrating.
I think it's because they don't keep the round.
They have Crunchwrap Supremes.
Is it the same one in there?
That's
Yes.
a valid point.
It must be something then that they're
And
running
the
out
tostada,
of.
right? The
Yeah.
tostada's the thing.
You're like, yeah, what exactly are you out of here? You have 8 ingredients.
That's interesting. But there must
I
be
count
something
all of them.
special. Are you sure it's the same that's in the Crunchwrap and that thing?
I'm not positive.
What's
it's
in the Crunchwrap? Is there actually a thin? Because
a-
the Mexican
yeah.
pizza
That's what
is
makes
like.
it crunchy.
Well, I know, but the Mexican pizza, it's literally like a hard taco shell flat.
That's what's
Isn't
in
there two of
that's
those
what's
in the Mexican
the-
pizza? Or one?
To make
I
a,
think you might be right that the top of it is not a crunchy shell.
Yeah.
It's like a
The bottom is, but the top is something
flaky,
else.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's not like
Yeah,
a,
yeah,
a
yeah.
taco shell.
I don't know. I never get it.
I think that's it.
you
I
know
think
who
that's
gets
it.
the
Yeah.
Mexican pizza is Jared. Jared loves that.
Does he really?
Yeah.
And you eat it with a spork?
Mexican pizza, no beans. He doesn't like beans on it.
That
Okay.
kind of makes me mad. You know?
Yeah, there's something weird about removing.
Just do it.
Yeah, there's something weird about removing menu items from Taco Bell. It's like, this isn't the quality of food that we should be customizing. It's sort of like, do you think it's yummy or not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you don't think it's yummy, move on.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
no like, oh, I always get a burrito. Like, you know, imagine you go to a breakfast place, and there's a million breakfast diners in the world. And if your move is, I get 2 eggs over easy, toast, and hash browns. If that's your like preferred breakfast, there's thousands of places you could go and there's very little variance.
You're
gonna
going to get
something you're happy
exactly
with.
the same thing.
There's no way you could have gone to
Right.
another place that sells tacos, burritos, or whatever, developed a preference, and then you're applying that to Taco Bell. It's a completely separate category
their food.
of food.
Yeah.
It's not
true.
Mexican.
Yeah.
It's Taco Bell.
It's not American either.
It's true.
No. It's not. It's not even American Chinese food to like more traditional Chinese food.
They created a genre.
No,
It's
Taco
its
Bell is
own
not.
Yeah.
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 It's not Mexican food.
So,
I mean, I can eat right now.
yeah, me too.
I know you're shocked.
Have you guys? I haven't eaten any solid food today. Can I tell you why I'm on?
Interesting.
I've
Before
been-
you said it was solid because you had to use a,
He said semi-solid,
It was a yogurt.
and then you.
and I said,
That's
"Bro,
not
that is
solid."
not."
And I
It's
said
not
it's a
solid.
And I said you weren't
semi-solid.
drinking it.
I had a spoon. I said it was a semi-solid because it's a spoon. It's not a broth. Anyway, here's the deal, man.
Yogurt, guys. We're talking
I
about
went-
What
yogurt.
viscosity
I
does
went-
something become?
That is the question
solid.
I'm after.
I went on this diet, and this carnivore diet, and it's great. And I'm down about 15 pounds. But in the last week, I've had almost no movement on the scale, and it's because as I started eating not just meat and eggs and salt, I added in vegetables, I added in some cheese. Now I'm eating a more ketogenic diet. And I even started experimenting with how do I make eggs into something bread-like, which I think worked really well. But then I also started enjoying some Rebel ice cream because it was, no carbs. Or
I bet that was
low
a game
carbs.
changer after having nothing but meat.
Insanely good.
Yeah.
I also started eating these little no carb brownies that really don't taste that good, and they're very tiny. And then also I got some of those Wisp cheese snacks, and I'm like, okay, I'm keeping my carbs below
I
25.
don't like those things.
And the scale just stopped moving. And I'm thinking, well, if I had cut out a couple of those Rebel ice creams that I ate, it's like those are still 680 calories.
Yeah.
Split over a couple of days still. And so I just realized I'm not interested in doing this a little bit. This has to be going, or I'm just going to go to Taco Bell. You know what I mean? I'm not interested
Will
in
you
this.
call us when you go to Taco Bell?
Because we'll meet you there.
Yeah, we'll
we-
do it.
we are
we'll do
there a lot.
we'll do a thing where we go to Taco Bell.
We're probably
do a thing
there
like that.
already.
You're re-listening from Taco Bell right now.
Yeah.
So
Meta.
today I just said, you know what? We got to undo what this week was. I enjoyed any amount of enjoyment last week that I'm going to have for this week. So I already spent my enjoyment. So today I just had I haven't had solid foods. I had two protein shakes
I know you
and I had some yogurt.
You lured me to the factory under a
s-
false pretense.
Did you watch him eat tacos and
I
had
did.
nothing?
I did.
How was that? I would be hungry. I would be
Yeah, I'm
watching
hungry.
it,
I'm hungry right
smelling
now.
it. You're
I was hungry
smelling-
then. I was hungry now.
That
yeah.
is like willpower of another dimension.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
Well,
Those tacos I had tacos today.
Like
yeah.
abs are good, but have you had tacos?
Have you had tacos?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go make a pound of ground beef in a little bit. Put some mozzarella cheese in there.
That'll solve it. Yeah.
That does sound good, actually.
It's good. So, it's like, no, I don't want to eat any of this crap anymore. These
trying
little
to hit a
cheese
target?
snacks. Sure.
There's like a target that you're trying to get to.
Yeah, well, so I was at my church this past week, and I was trying to pitch to everyone, you should let your 10, 11, 12-year-old sign up for this Bible study that I'm helping lead for the kids. And I gave my little pitch, I was like, here's what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody, I guess, saw that I was kind of helping the kids. And so this mom came up to me. She was like, I heard that you know a lot of the kids and stuff. And here, have you met this kid? And I was like, yeah, I know your kid. Yeah, I know this kid. Just for the sake, let's call him Bartholomew.
Good old Bart.
Bart.
Yeah. And Bart's got a little bit of the tism, little more than a little bit of the tism. He's one of these kids that's very intelligent, but you can peg it about 3 sentences in, And we're just chatting, and he's showing me his music, and I'm going, "That's awesome, dude." And one of the things about being on the spectrum like that, a lot of times it's not obvious to you that things are rude or not rude. It's sort of the dance of pleasantries is often
Sure.
very difficult for them to comprehend, and then, and so I I think I got the vibe that he had learned a good amount about how to have a conversation, interact. But we were just talking, and then I said, so what are you doing now? And he says to me, I'm like, what are you doing? You're out of high school and stuff. And what are you doing now? And he says, well, I'm just staying home, making a lot of music, sitting a lot. So I'm trying to get exercise so I don't end up looking like you. And I thought, well, any pride I had in losing 15 pounds has just been erased by this kid, Bartholomew, who's, about 19. And
saying, God forbid I turn out this way.
Yeah. His brain is wired in such a way that he is an honest critic.
No filter.
And so I thought, well, okay, that pretty much. So then I got on the scale this morning, or yesterday morning, and I thought, well, this kid's right. I mean, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Dang.
Like, it's nice that you made a little progress.
Right.
But,
yeah.
But so...
Hence the keep going.
Yeah,
attitude.
so
Yeah,
that's kind of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're doing. But anyway, more details on that on the upcoming Facebook group. Let's talk about the new...
See you there, John.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right,
you.
get on so we can get on this
Peer
Facebook group. All right,
pressure.
look out for the new Facebook group. It's probably already launched by the time this is out.
Hey.
In fact, it will be.
Yeah.
Because there's about 2 podcasts in the hopper. We're recording
Right.
this.
Give ourselves
And
a
actually, there's
deadline.
3 because there was the one we just did right before this. So this is coming out in like a week and a half or something like that.
Right.
Whatever.
Plenty of time.
Anyway, new favorite amp. A lot of people have been saying, HW, you always have a new favorite amp, this favorite amp. But like we were saying, you change your order at Taco Bell over the years. Suze, have you changed your order at Starbucks over the years?
Absolutely.
You changed your order over the years. What were you ordering 10 years ago?
Frappuccinos.
I mean,
Who wasn't?
who wasn't? You know?
I was in my mid-20s.
Now what are you ordering? Are you sure about that?
I've gone... John has brought me over to the dark side, no pun intended.
The
but
dark side.
Just black coffee, black
Yeah,
iced coffee.
yeah.
Even I really enjoy the iced Americano with room, so it's a little stronger, but nothing in it. Just black iced
You say
Americano.
with room, but then you don't put anything in it.
They just leave some, so there's less water and it's just a little stronger tasting.
I like that.
Which I like, yeah. Anyway, but everything's just black.
If you want it stronger, they'll make you 4 shots, and you just say
More
4
money.
4 shots over ice,
I want 3 shots and I don't want it filled all the way up.
and then
with
they'll
water.
be like, "We don't do 3 shots."
Yeah. I go back and forth, back and forth.
Do they not do 3 shots?
Most places don't,
Why?
because when you do a pull of espresso, you get 2 shots.
I thought it was 3 shots in a grande. 2 in a tall.
I don't know. Could be.
I mean, I least of all know, but yeah. I don't like a lot of sugar in my coffee drinks now. Because
Yeah.
it's like, if I'm going to have sugar, I just want to have ice cream.
I feel like there's an amount of respect that you get. Like I go to Starbucks or I go to Honest Coffee where we were, and I just walk up and I just say, just iced coffee black. And it's just like, there's an amount of like,
Are they like, my man?
yeah, there's
you
an
go.
amount of like, this guy's no bullshit.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally.
My kind of
Iced
people.
coffee black.
Yes.
Not even cold brew.
No.
I don't even care how you got it. I just want it cold
Yeah.
and dark
Sure.
and like acidic, and it doesn't taste good.
Don't add a thing.
It's
Yes,
the
it
worst
does.
flavor. No, it is but it's
tastes
bitter.
incredible.
It's
It tastes
bitter.
so good.
It's the most bitter thing you can like find. And you're not even going to add anything to cut it. It's just like,
I don't agree. Lately, because I've been getting so many things without sugar in
no,
them,
but I drink it too. I enjoy it.
it tastes sweet to me now. Like, it almost tastes like chocolate milk to me.
There you
No,
go.
agreed.
That's when you know you're doing it right.
Yes.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
but
like-
there's no, yeah.
Like
it's
the one, the
delicious.
espresso blend or whatever.
I mean, I added, there's a little touch in there.
It's a tiny bit. It looks like it would be like you added a lot, but you really didn't.
It looks like I added a lot because I've let all the ice melt because we've been sitting here.
Yeah.
there it is.
And so I drink it down and
But
now
I'm
that
just
ice
saying,
is
like,
melted.
this is not very.
This is not as it's
This
like
is
an
not very
amber
strong.
looking
That's
coffee.
as black
Yeah.
as. I didn't put anything in mine.
It looks like a red beer.
Yeah, it looks like a
Yeah,
beer.
like an amber ale. I knew
Remember
an
the
amber.
Jeremiah
I knew.
Red from BJ's
Oh,
Pizza.
God.
Oh yeah,
stuff is good.
yes.
That thing was so good.
That will
Dude, I
mess
could-
you up, but it's really good.
Will you go to BJ's with me in Murfreesboro?
I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go. I will
I
take a break from my diet to eat a entire. I
my
will eat
gosh.
a medium pan pizza. Like
we'll
what did
have
I
to
get?
stay there
the
for a while.
barbecue.
Deep dish barbecue.
The
Yes,
deep
that's what
dish
I got.
barbecue.
And the Jeremiah Red and the Pizookie.
I'll have it.
We'll have to wait a while.
It's 3,000
He can
calories.
use the bathroom before we go.
No, I'll
I'm
be
fine.
fine.
No, you won't.
I won't. Let's do this. Let's
That
have
would
someone else drive.
Destroy you. What?
You had Panda Express
That's
And you
way
said
worse
it
than
destroyed
orange
your-
I know. I
chicken.
tried to do
I
that.
know,
Panda.
a
It was
whole pizza?
terrible.
And
Terrible.
the beer and the Pizookie.
Dude, I'm just so acclimated to just meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can I tell you something?
I was very
Yeah.
spoiled when I worked. I worked for them.
I'll just tell you a little TMI about the carnivore diet thing.
Oh.
I eat now mostly meat and a moderate amount of vegetables, and it solves all of the problems with diarrhea in the carnivore diet. Just eat a little bit of vegetables.
The fiber.
Yeah.
That was
you
an
just,
issue.
Just as long as there's
Yeah.
a little mass of fiber moving through you,
Yeah,
it just goes, clears everything, and then you're good. It's when you've got no fiber that the body's like,
sludge.
dude, I'm trying to put something together here and I just can't.
Help me out.
You know, I don't have. It's like when the Egyptians took away the
straw.
The straw. You got to make bricks with no straw, and they were
Yeah.
like, we just can't. You know,
That's just mud.
It's just mud.
We're
It's
already
falling
slaves.
apart.
We're already
Nothing's
working so
working.
hard. No straw?
No
Yeah.
straw. Come on.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's like.
No, I remember when I went on keto and I was like, oh, so it's just sludge now forever?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
But
is
you gotta,
TMI.
but you
is
gotta
TMI.
have a little. Yeah, you just put a little vegetables back in there, and you're
Well,
good.
that's good. I'm
You're
happy
good. You
for
get
you.
some broccoli.
I'll tell you though, if you eat a medium deep dish pizza, it's going to turn from sludge to a little bit better to like just a rock.
But unlike the Panda, I'm willing to do it for like a nice beer and a nice pizza, and finish that up with a Pizookie.
And
or
I don't
something.
even like.
That is nostalgia.
I don't
though.
I mean, I want to
like
have like a
beer.
cheat meal, you know, and enjoy
Let's
life.
go, guys.
I mean, look,
Murfreesboro.
yeah.
It's right there.
Is there
I'm
a
gonna
guitar
eat-
center in Murfreesboro? We should hit that up.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm going to eat whatever I want for like Thanksgiving, you
Yeah.
know, and Christmas. You got to do that.
Is it within the hour or that you start to feel bad? Like,
The Panda Express was right away. It was like 20 minutes later. I was like,
oh,
deep
wow.
regret set in.
Wow.
Just deep regret.
That's what I'm saying.
We would still be at BJ's.
It's a half hour away.
I see.
I don't want to be halfway home.
Oh, stuck in the car.
And I'll just eat a little slow. I'm just going to take it a little slow and just eat slow. And I'm going to drink some of that beer. And then I'll just see how
How
I feel.
good is a
I don't have to
Pizookie,
eat the whole
though?
thing.
I want to film this.
Me too.
We should. Man.
So it'll be really fun. There's a podcast studio in Murfreesboro I know about.
Oh my gosh.
We could just get the food and go there.
We do a podcast.
What? But we don't want to get the food and come back here. I'm saying there's a studio.
I was joking.
He's saying we have a podcast. We should use that.
It's like, no way.
But I mean,
do
we
a
also
podcast.
could. Oh, I see. We also could just set up like we did at NAM. We just literally on the table just put a GoPro.
Like we talked about El
and we
Sombrero.
just do. I'll get the DJI clip-on mics.
Oh, we could do that.
By the way, I was in West End or Charlotte or
I've heard of
something
it. Yeah,
over in
yeah.
West Nashville.
Yeah.
Just driving around with my son, and I look over. There's an El Sombrero. I didn't know there was more of them.
Yep.
There's more than
Same
one.
logo, same everything.
Yep.
I was like, Molcajete.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's a new restaurant going into Spring Hill called Molcajete.
Yes.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Should we go there?
Which is what you call El Sombrero. It's just like this whole.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm willing to go there.
Yeah, let's go there and do a.
Yeah.
We still haven't done a single on location episode. Not your house.
we talk about it a lot.
Yeah, not El Sombrero.
Did I say it on the podcast too that I realize now we could never do one at my house?
Because of the dog.
Yeah,
I have
the
two
dog.
giant dogs that would bark at us
They
constantly.
can go outside.
Could we run it through AI to remove the barks?
We could plan it on a day that they won't be there.
When do your dogs have like a busy life?
Fantastic question.
I mean, they get groomed once in a while.
Hey,
They're gone
I had
for like
I
most
had
of
a
the day.
dog growing up
Do
named
they have a busy life?
yeah. So I had a dog
is there
growing up named
schedule?
I had a dog growing up named Shelby. She never once had plans. I mean, just never. She never made any plans.
Right, yeah.
She never went out. Real
Like y'all
homebody.
had plans, but
I know.
like you know,
I don't know how your
My
dogs
dogs
are.
have plans. you
I don't know
guys.
how your dogs are doing
know.
that.
wow.
They're very intelligent.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Your dogs. All right, so I've
So
had
the
I've had favorite amps before, but let's really get into my favorite amp. Obviously, like we've said, your tastes change over time. John with Taco Bell, Sue's with Starbucks, HW in his mid-30s with amps. And it's something about, I'm not even sure if this is my favorite amp because it's like this will replace the AC30 that I play on Sundays. Or it's better than an AC50. It's actually a little bit different vein from those. It's a little Marshall-y, but it's like a lot matchless-y, but it's different than the other ones. It's this Brave is the last amp that Mark Sampson made before he left Matchless, the design. They didn't continue for a long time. I think I have one of 5 ever made in a 212. Had to get it from Canada, and FedEx International Shipping hit me with some customs charges. Thanks, Obama.
Was it over $100?
Yes.
Was it over $200?
No.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
This amp cost me about $4,000 all in.
Because it's so rare, plus all the extra stuff.
I've only seen 2 for sale ever.
You got a year on this thing?
Samson era, so we're going
90.
prior to 04, right? Wasn't he there in the early aughts or no?
I don't know.
So the interesting thing about the Samson era, I believe
He started the company?
yes, and I believe at both companies, him there and Bad Cat, part of the Samson era, he wasn't working there anymore. So you can find where there's mentions of this, where it's like he was employed at the company, but he wasn't even working there.
Right.
And it was already, I don't know, whatever. I don't really know the situation. I've got a Samson amp over there. I don't actually really care. But the Brave is an amp, as a person who has played and owned most of the Matchless amps, we've all played most of them, maybe all of them. This is an amp I've been wanting to try, and it's kind of Marshall-y and it's kind of Matchless-y. It's not. I wouldn't even really describe it as a Marshall, but I hear people saying topology-wise, there's a bit of plexi something in there. So anyway, John, can you play this for us? Here's a Match Brave 2. Okay, I'm going to 3 because I want you to try this, and I'm going to start messing with the cab. Let's try it with this. Little H30 speaker. I'm going to throw on the X's. Here's an AC30 cabinet.
Honky.
Mids.
Yeah.
Honk, but listen to that low end. What I love about it is it has like a really big kind of low end. You know what I mean?
No.
No,
All
well,
I
with this,
hear-
it's a lot less, but
Yeah.
this could be a lot thinner.
Compared,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Right.
That's like a pretty boss.
I guess
low
it's not
end.
honky, but it's very mid
By
forward.
comparison.
Here,
By
try this.
comparison,
Here's a
yeah.
little.
So full.
I like that.
What is
Big.
that cab?
That's the IR of the 69 Marshall, the normal one.
Green
Suze-
Max?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
my favorite cab right there. Suze, try this with a Strat. I want to hear this.
Strat.
Strat.
What are the controls on there, by
Especially
the way?
Goldie.
Volume,
Gosh.
bass, treble, master.
Volume, bass, treble, master. Does the master work on all or both inputs? Okay.
Yeah.
It's just really low, like you were saying before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm still unplugged.
Come on.
That sounds great.
I know. I love that,
Wow.
right? It's beautiful. All right, Suze, I'm going to give you.
That actually, speaking of like a Sunday morning tone, like
It'd
I don't
be-
know if it gets better than that.
Yeah, that's
It's
a really nice.
that's
Suze, I'm going to
really,
give
really
you the AC30 cab because why not? I think it's going to sound good with that guitar. I just really dig the
that.
way. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put on this EQ and try that guy.
I like that better than the AC30 cab for me.
Yeah.
But
Is that the greenbacks again?
Yep. Greenbacks.
what is that
like that
EQ?
cab.
What is that EQ doing?
It adds a little push at like a higher bass, like a 150.
Okay.
And then it adds some 1,000, just a decibel, and like 2 decibels of 1,800.
Oh,
and then it
interesting.
cuts like 5K down just a tiny bit.
Okay.
So if I wanted to even bring it down more, I'll bring it down 2 decibels on the
a little,
5K.
little thicker.
Yeah, try
Yeah,
that, Suze.
That's great. Can I
Yeah.
go? I'm gonna go grab a
pretty
guitar
good.
with humbucker.
Yeah, grab a guitar with humbuckers.
Do
Go ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
So that's
Grab whatever you
3 out
want.
of what? 5 profiles you made?
Yeah, there's these. There's some bright ones, and then there's variations with different IRs.
What's the gainiest one? 5? Match Brave 5?
I mean, there's a plus on here.
Oh, like, hold on.
There's a lot of low end in that one.
Sorry, the tuning is suspect, but the tones are real.
The tones are real.
That one hasn't been played in a little bit.
No, not at all. Here, let him tune that one up. And we'll
Lately,
try that out.
by the way, this is unrelated to what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
While he tunes, but
Yeah.
lately this has been dethroned for me.
Whoa.
This
Can you plug me back in?
you need your tuner too, yeah. This guitar, man.
You think Goldie is the new number
think-
one?
I have said in the past that Trini is better at being a Gibson than this is at being a Strat.
And you now think that might not be true.
I might think, yeah. Every single time I use this, especially in a track or like with other instruments,
Yeah.
it just stands so high above the rest. You know what I mean? And maybe it's just my mood. Maybe I'm in
It's a great.
Fender
I mean,
mood.
it's
but,
an amazing git fiddle.
So
yeah.
I don't like Strats.
Yeah.
I love that guitar.
That's great. It's a great guitar.
Like
Wow,
as a
you
rule,
already like Gibsons.
I
and you
love
like
Gibsons.
that, yeah.
And I love this guitar.
That is interesting.
But I don't like Strats. I mean, unless you're Stevie Ray Vaughan or John Mayer, like I just don't love it. But that guitar, and I don't like playing them. Maybe I'll say it that way. I don't
Yeah,
like playing Strats.
you don't like playing them, yeah.
I love that guitar.
We've said before, this is not a Strat.
It's something different.
This is Goldie.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you bought that.
Me too.
Yeah.
After all these years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It's great. Here, take
Heck
this.
yeah.
Try that little EQ.
Dang, Tone Party, Table of
Dude,
3.
Tone party. Tone party. Table of 3. When we make the reservation at BJ's, I'm gonna put that as the name. Tone party of 3.
Party of Tone.
Right.
Tone party of
Time to be
3.
seated.
Yeah, man. So I mean,
I can see why you're digging that amp.
I really like how like balanced it is all over the place. I feel like there's a lot of low end, there's a lot of high end. I don't feel like it's super scooped. It reminds me of a Marshall-esque thing, like a Plexi-esque thing, but not overly that way.
Yeah.
It's I have to actually add a little mid-range emphasis, but it's not boxy to me. It doesn't even scream matchless C30 or anything to me. It is a cool thing. Little hard to put your finger on what exactly it sounds like.
Yeah.
You know, but
I always think of now, I'm not as familiar as with matchless as you guys are. I know that your 3015 is something that I loved. I always really think of matchless as like kind of a souped up Fender type of a thing. Is that right? Or is it kind of all over the place?
I'd say it's people would more associate it with the Vox family.
Okay.
The Laurel Canyon is kind of their more supposed to be Fendery thing. But they have like a bright high end, which kind of maybe reminds people more of like a brightness in a Fender, like a Fender bright switch.
Okay.
There's sort of that thing. So and they don't put blues in them. So
I get my point though is like this doesn't seem like that to me. This seems like you're saying.
Animal.
Yeah.
This is like a
well, let me put on the bright one.
That's worlds different than the 3015 was for sure.
Yeah.
Like if that's what it's in your head.
Yeah.
that's what's
different.
in my head.
Yeah.
Is like
Try this bright one, same guitar on the Trini there. This reminds me most of a Marshall. It reminds me of the brighter channel on a Marshall. Doing it this way. That's great. But then not having it super bright like that, that's where it really gets different. I still hear some quality like that, but not really. It's much more with the same speakers that I would do with a Marshall. It's much more full in the low end. It just sounds like something else.
Yeah.
And
is it pretty gainy, like fast? Like even the two
Yes.
profile he was playing.
yes,
seemed
and that's
hot.
because it has the cascading gain channels or gain stages. So whereas a C30, I think you'd only have one 12AX7 in there or something like that. And it's in that way it's more like a Hot Cat, but it's the Hot Cat or what would the matchless be that's like the Hot Cat? I can't remember. Maybe there isn't one. But like the Gain Star or the Hot Cat, you're always running through like double cascading stages.
So they're both adding to the clipping or
Yeah,
adding to
yeah,
the
and so it's because it's trying to be higher gain.
Okay.
You know, this one
is the
I guess,
lower output pretty clean?
so clean and so quiet.
Oh.
Did
Yeah.
you profile it or is just the high one?
I don't. I did the. No, I didn't. Okay, I'll profile it before we put it out there.
Oh. I mean,
I'm actually realizing I forgot now, but it was because it was so low. It was like you could just get this clean sound now, but I should do that.
interesting.
I basically just set the hot because if you go on this one, like it's very clean. Well, it's pretty clean.
Match.
It's
Brave
not going to be
1.
clean now.
Yeah. Right.
And I didn't clean this up. I actually captured it, which is why it's coming at 2 because there is some breakup on it. But here's the bright one. Just gives up the goods, man.
It's so good.
It really
good.
does give up
I
the
just wanna
goods.
keep playing it.
Yeah,
It's so
I know
good.
it's a really fun amp to play, and we can. I can let you guys hear it in the room. I did it through different cabinets than this cab because I have a matchless
in there?
212 in
Yeah, I
there.
was just gonna
Same
ask.
thing. The normal matchless one matchless greenback, one matchless H30.
Oh, like
You know,
yeah,
the
one I had.
the two
Yeah.
the 25 and 30 matchless labeled speakers.
I thought that combo actually sounds great. Like
Yeah,
just like
yeah, it's
as
just so
is.
loud, just so loud.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't it have a master volume? Isn't
It
that
does.
the thing? But it's still super loud.
You can roll it down, but it's
let it
amps
roar.
are just loud.
But it's not like
Yeah.
but that's different. So it's like a plexi with a master volume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go to the bright ones, it definitely has that like explodey like
Yeah,
sizzle
yeah,
thing
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like plexi.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, and you get a lot more gain by rolling the volumes up like a plexi.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe that's a lot of the plexi thing. You're probably getting some phase inverter breakup, and you're getting as you roll the bass or treble up, you get it just a lot hotter of a sound. And when you want to make it polite, you turn those things down. You know,
But,
But-
when you want to make it brave,
but when you want to make it brave,
You go
just,
that way.
You just. Yeah, but you know, for me, it's like different strokes, different folks. I am loving still my AC30. It's a classic go-to. I did play the AC50 recently, the new AC50 pack recently on a Sunday. kind of copied my rig and ended up living on the AC50 almost all weekend. And went over the AC30 and kind of was like, this is also cool. I might like this better. I'm not sure, but I forced myself to stay on the 50. And it was fine, and it was great. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just got a new favorite. I'm still a big AC30 fan. I think that fits the Sunday morning thing. But I also really like that amps, you know, you don't run into these a lot. It's different. It's not like the most interesting story, but it's short-lived. Had to get it from Canada. Very rare presentation in the 212. You know?
It's a cool color.
So for right now, I'm into it.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite drink right now is the Sparkling Ice Starburst Cherry. They did a collab. Sparkling Ice and Starburst. And
candy.
Could Sparkling Ice have done a cherry carbonated water by themselves? Sure. But they put Starburst on there, and you know what you're getting.
Gosh, that sounds terrible.
It's really good.
Sugar free.
Oh, yeah. I got it right here.
It's in there?
In the Stanley.
Thought I was drinking water?
Pink water.
No, sir.
Oh, gosh, it's so gross.
See the color?
Can I give you guys some... Can we just hold on 1 minute? I'm going to go upstairs, get 2 glasses with ice. I want you to taste a beverage that tastes exactly like a pink Starburst. You're going to just go... You're going to go, how did they make this taste like I'm eating a little candy?
I don't
Honest question, do we have to?
I know, honest first reaction, I don't want that.
How could we
I'll
back
do
out
it for
now?
these fine people of YouTube.
How could we back out? We've already started this.
Yeah.
John, you have enough coffee to get the flavor out of your
So
mouth.
true.
That's true. I got mine too.
You know
you
that
need
that
it?
was the first thought I had, is do I have
I
enough
have
coffee
enough?
to erase that
Fresh
taste?
pot.
Fresh pot? Why don't we just do that now? And, this is... They're going to ask me if I want to sit in with the youth band.
Do you?
You guys talk about something. We're not even going to cut this out. Maybe Code Junkie or Code Friends. Go.
Code Junkie said it.
Code junkie.
I do want to tune this guitar.
Oh, okay.
It was close, but like I don't know, a couple things were off. You know. We're not even gonna cut this part out. That's what he said.
That's what he said.
What have I been learning?
Did you start learning JavaScript yet?
No. You know, we had lunch the other day. I was telling you about. I haven't watched since then that conversation, but I'm realizing something now is like I've taken all of those intro classes and like we did all of the stuff. I think if you asked me build a page, I don't know if I could because it's like I did it along the way. So I feel like at this point now I might as well just go back to the beginning and like speed watch or like just scrub through and just build something.
You can do that.
Because I feel like I'm not retaining it because I'm going so fast. But
That can be.
let's hear the clean. I wouldn't hear the brave clean with a Stratocaster. How about just like one? Yeah, match brave one. You don't have a microphone. It's on the ground. Or you could just sit in your John 2 chair.
That's cool.
It sounds great, man.
Was that a diminished chord? Is that what that was?
That is a dominant chord sharp 5.
Oh.
It's like here's the dominant chord. Raise the 5. And this is a good voicing too.
That. So jazzy.
Very jazzy.
That sounds excellent.
Yeah, man. That's a cool amp.
Yeah.
I definitely do want to play it. Not every amp that he gets in profiles I want to plug directly into.
Yeah.
Maybe a third of them I do.
I feel like the times that we have, it's disappointing. because
Yeah.
they're so loud.
Yeah.
And we're not used to that.
People think that we're like shilling or making up stuff, but a lot of times the Kemper profiles sound better than the amp does if I owned it and played it.
Yeah,
like in
because you
person,
can't.
You know.
Yeah. Like I borrowed. Jared has a Princeton,
Oh yeah, like the little guy.
the little guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I brought it home, and I was like, "Oh man, this amp is so loud." I ended up putting a pillow in front of it and a pillow behind it,
It's already a Princeton.
and I cranked it all the way up, and it sounded amazing.
I'm sure it did. Yeah.
But it was still, I mean, it was incredibly loud.
This is like the 68 reissue, like the silver face little Princeton guy. Yeah, those do actually
It's
sound
super
good.
clean,
Yeah.
like perfect condition.
So when you cranked it up, was it like overdriven?
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
those things are like super gained when
What
you
guitar
crank
were you
them.
using?
I don't remember.
It doesn't matter. It was loud and it was
It
overdriven.
was loud. It was one of my guitars. Ugh.
And glorious. Is he
John,
bringing
those
back?
glasses are huge.
You said a little bit.
You said like I'm gonna drink one swig of these things.
Nobody's making you drink all of it.
Oh,
The color.
Don't drink it. Don't drink it.
Oh golly!
Don't drink it yet.
I smelled it. I got near it.
You know what's funny, John? Can I say something? You
Sure.
told me. Wait, don't drink it yet. Suze.
No, I'm just smelling
Smell
it.
it. What does it smell like?
It smells
Can
terrible.
I tell you something?
Smells
it
like
smells
cavities.
not like it tastes, which is strange. I'm just gonna tell you, it smells not like it tastes.
it smells like medicine, bro.
I know it smells like a dentist's
Pepto-Bismol,
office.
that's what
it
it
smells
is.
like a dentist's office.
Yeah.
Yes.
But this tastes like.
What did I say?
Listen, all of us at once. Okay, I'm going to drink it first. This tastes
You like
exactly like a pink Starburst. When you taste
Which
it, you're
is
going to go.
arguably the best Starburst, the pink one.
Can I say something real quick?
You have to try this.
Is it strawberry? Is that the pink Starburst?
Yes,
Okay.
pinkish strawberry.
It's the best.
and
one.
it tastes exactly like a pink strawberry. Like it's incredible. The aftertaste, you're like, how? You're like, I know this flavor.
He's amped.
All right, go ahead, try it.
I don't want this. Oh, it smells so
Just
bad.
try it. Try it.
Okay, way better than it smells.
Way better. I don't know why it smells like that.
It smells very
like,
strong.
It smells like Pepto-Bismol.
The smell is like 1/3 of the flavor. It's like it doesn't
It's mostly
represent.
water, like tasting. But there's
I
a
don't
little.
like it.
I don't love it, but like, what is the brand?
Sparkling ice,
Sparkling
but they
ice,
did a
okay.
collab with Starburst.
I wish you would have brought some bourbon down. That would have.
Is that the only collab that they have?
No, I have cherry right here. I'll give you a cherry on the way
That's
out.
the red one. The red was my least favorite.
I have a feeling my kids and my wife would love this because they love Starburst.
It reminds me of a kid drink, like a little kid.
I
drink.
can't stand Starburst. I don't like Starburst.
My kids love it. They're like, what?
I'm not like a candy person. I'd rather have like chocolate cake.
Candy bar, Snickers. No.
Like a Butterfinger, maybe? Not a Snickers. I don't like Snickers.
Hey, by the way, my mother-in-law made Braden a birthday cake. His birthday was this week. Butterfinger cake.
Wow.
So the cake itself
want
had
that.
flecks of Butterfinger
want
in it.
that.
Do you know what's crazy?
We were all eating it like
that
what?
would kill all of my children.
The peanuts.
Every one of them peanut allergy.
Yeah.
They all do?
Every one of them.
Oh, wow.
Even Leo, but we didn't
the
discover it in
new one.
Leo. He ate like 3/4 of like a peanut butter sandwich, and then all of a sudden he started getting red. We were like, what? So he doesn't have like a really bad allergy.
Right.
So basically his only allergy is like, just don't eat peanuts or peanut butter and you'll be fine.
Right.
You can even have things that touch it or whatever.
Wow.
But
Carrie,
Ollie
too.
Carrie's allergic to like everything.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. You know, when you have a kid in your mid-30s, you figure out that,
I'm letting all these
you know,
slide.
there may be some...
I don't think,
There may be some...
for the record, I don't think it has anything to do with it, but go on.
I don't think so either. But can I just... You know, earlier when we were working, John, before lunch, you said the podcasts are best when we have a plan.
Yeah.
I didn't plan this, and I feel like...
No.
They have their moments.
I said they're best when we have some plan. Right?
Yep.
We talked for, tangents are great.
Yeah.
Unhinged, unplanned
What'd you guys talk about while I
rants
was gone?
are not good.
How good this tone is.
You'll have
you
to
wanna
find
hear
out.
it? This is Match Brave 1 with the Strat.
Let's hear it.
And I dialed up the reverb and the delay just a
And I
little
played a
bit, too.
chord he liked.
Wow.
That's great.
That's a nice tone, dude.
That really is beautiful. Do you know that call I just took? It was my buddy who does the worship band for the youth at my church.
Yeah.
And he goes, so since you're leading this Bible study that's before, you're welcome to just jump up and join
You
the
called it.
kids band whenever you want.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to get on it? I was like, sure. So
Wow.
so I'm going to go early and I'm just going to join them.
Like right now.
Are you going to play what guitar are you going to bring?
Play the blue one.
Yeah, blue.
No. The other blue one.
No.
The chopping block blue.
The blue
It's
sir?
a youth band.
But I do want to listen to the music before we get there. I know them all. It's like Fresh
That blue
Wind and
guitar-
Worthy of It All.
That modern Sir, the blues, what is it? The
Gosh.
blue Sir Modern is
Yeah.
on the chopping block?
I might sell it.
Electric blue.
I tried playing it at church, and I thought it would be like a cool thing to try at church, and it'd be like cool, like, oh, I'll play this sometimes. It's not like my favorite thing, but like it's a change of pace, you
didn't
know?
like it.
And I just went, I don't want to do this. Like, this isn't better.
I don't have to do this. No one's making me.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, oh, it's cool because it's this one thing. It was just like, meh. It's like, I get what this is for. I'm just not doing that. You know? Like, I see people with Jeeps. You know what I mean? And
It's
they
actually
take the
perfect.
door off, they put their feet out.
Yeah.
And I
They
go,
go
that
like
could be
they
They're
cool.
having
wave.
so much fun.
Yeah, could be
There's
cool to
ducks
try.
everywhere.
Right.
You know, yeah, that could be cool to try, and they're like, the top's down and everything. And then,
I broke it.
It was loud.
and then I just like, it's like you buy a Jeep, and then you're like, I don't know that I need to keep this Jeep around. I did that,
Yeah.
and I see what people like about it, but I am perfectly fine.
It's fine that it's not for you. I'm shocked because you have other guitars that you would never or don't play at church, and those aren't
Like
on the chopping
like
block.
what?
Like the telly. You don't play that at church.
Well, that's
Or like that.
I could.
No offense, that stupid Yamaha's still there.
How dare you?
I tried to put that in a demo the other day, and I was like, "This thing sucks.
No,
This thing sucks.
I hate that guitar.
It's the worst."
No,
You still have that Charvel.
That's going. So I think what's happening is,
I feel like, hold on, can I say something? The Charvel and the Blue Sir are basically the same guitar.
yes, they're in the same ilk.
So get rid of the Charvel, and then you're good to go still.
I'm going to get rid of the Charvel, Ruby, and the train wreck that's over there.
I don't believe that you're going to get rid of Ruby.
You've said that like 8 times.
Ruby, the Charvel, and the train wreck are going next week to Carter's, and I'm going to tell Carter's, listen, these amps you have of mine that you haven't sold, you know,
Get
cut the
them outta
price by
here.
30%, man. Let's get them out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want these. I forgot I own them. You've had them this whole time. Didn't even get paid for them,
Wow.
you know?
So
Right.
deal alert, they're about to go down.
Deal alert. There's about to be some deals.
Yeah. Check the website.
Check the website.
Dang. So consignment on those other stuff, the guitars too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone's selling a train wreck, not totally dissimilar from that, for $14,000 right now.
Oh my god.
And I'm happy to take 10.
Deal alert
Deal alert.
for those in the
Deal
market.
alert.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wow.
You know what? That little
Yikes.
Vox Pathfinder, that might be out of here too. Watch
Yeah,
out.
the little Vox.
Watch out. We're cutting all sorts of stuff.
Where's the Vox
That
Pathfinder?
means there's going to be
over there.
room on the wall.
Oh, there's going to be room, man. We're going to put some guitars up there. Well, look at
Okay.
all these guitars I got to put.
Sure.
There's guitars in cases still. I didn't even,
understand.
where's my pink guitar? It's not, it's that, you know, I
You
got to
have
put
a
it up there.
second double
I
now.
was just going to say.
There's another
Oh,
double-
pull another
forget
one.
That
about
one's
another
probably going
double neck.
too. That one's probably going to go
With
there.
a big warning on the label.
No one's going to buy that.
Yeah, this thing smells. Sorry.
Did you ever even plug it
sabotaging.
in?
Well, didn't even string it.
Love the question.
Didn't even string it.
Needs to be asked.
All right.
Right?
I am going to I'm going to end this episode. It's episode number 46. We haven't done 47. Guys,
No.
we have the opportunity next time. I'm shaking my leg like this because I got to the bathroom really bad. We have the opportunity next time to do 47, 48. And then is that going to line us up for 49, 50?
I don't think we should do 49 and 50 the same day.
I agree. I agree.
I
50
think
needs
50
to be something.
should be
50's got to be a
party.
big deal.
A party?
I would love to see 10 people on the episode. Get Stu over here, get Matt over here, get Desi over here. Let's have a gathering of the Tone Junkies. It's 50th episode.
We
dude.
should invite the worship tutorials guys up.
Let's have a party. Butterfinger cake.
Addison, Jared.
Get them all.
Butterfinger cake.
I'm saying it was good.
We could have everyone who's been on Guitar Friends.
Yeah.
Is that all the people
Let
you
us
mentioned?
know. What do
Yeah,
you
let us
want
know
for
what
the
we should do for
50th?
episode 50.
They want that.
They want that.
want it.
They want
I'm
it.
saying
How would we mic it?
Doesn't matter.
the least of my concerns.
It will be objectively the worst episode to listen to, but it will be the most fun for us.
I'm not trying to throw some work on you. I'm just saying, like, if it was upstairs in your living room with like a couple open mics and we just all chatted and like,
You know how
hung
people
out.
Yeah. You know how people love open mic nights.
hey, that brings up a. What if we had a writers round?
Oh my gosh. Writers round.
Where can we just play different versions of the Guitar Friends theme song at the writers' round?
Here's what you know what?
That is
It's
actually
four
that
people
is
with laptops.
genius.
No, listen,
and different AI prompts.
I just thought of the format.
Please.
Okay.
The format is like speed dating, but it's speed podcasting.
Love it.
So
I'm listening.
the timer goes off and these like there's 3 chairs and we like rotate in. And like
Everybody gets 7 minutes.
everyone gets us a little while and like 2 of the people stay and one person leaves and a new person comes in.
and they all rotate out.
Everyone rotates in and out. And so you get a little bit of everyone.
HW is about to start prepping for a worship set
I know,
on
he's
the
got
podcast.
planning center going on.
Yeah. Dang, that was a hard left turn out of this conversation.
Well, listen, I ran out of time. I really want to run this one song. I've never played this Father's House song, and so I got to listen to it.
But you also have.
I
like,
Speak
it's-
Jesus, Worthy of It All, Fresh Wind. I know all those, so we're all good. But
It's worship music though. Like,
I
you're
wouldn't
like,
mind
what key are we in?
I wouldn't
Right.
mind picking up a guitar and just running through this again.
I'm
Yeah.
holding one. You could have this one.
Wow, you should play Trini tonight.
No, I'm gonna play.
How often is that
I'm
getting
gonna play
nod?
Blue and the Greco Les Paul because it's in E flat, and this song is in B flat,
That'll do it.
and
Whenever there's a song in B flat, I just tune down a half step.
Crazy. We talked about that.
You've never done
not
that?
one time in my life have I ever done that.
Really?
Ever.
What's
Would
your,
never dawn on me
You
to do
just
that.
like play
just
it.
play it in B
you
flat.
just play bar chords.
Yeah, you just play like.
And it sounds all stiff and like stupid. I think what happened actually right now is that I realize that you're just a better guitar player than I am.
well,
I mean, like
actually, you
this.
know what? I'm not gonna down tune for this song.
Those are all like I don't need something down here to like make those.
But then there's no like ring. There's no ring out. There's no chords. There's no strings ringing out while you're changing chords around. It's not the same. You know it's not the same.
as opposed to. No, you have open strings ringing.
Yeah,
out.
open strings.
Yeah, and you can also use the high E and B whenever you want.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That sound.
As opposed to.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
mean,
that.
we're not saying you can't. Of course you can.
Of course you can.
You know, but
I'm not saying what y'all are doing is wrong. I just have never thought to do that.
for E flat, I always do. If you give me a song in E flat, I'm like, listen. Because here's the thing. I'm going to slide up to an E flat, and I'm going to be off because I'm so used to going to E. And I'm going to get it wrong one time.
and people are going to hear it.
I just
And
hate.
so I'm just like, give me the guitar in E flat. We're all in E.
We all win.
I hate
all
playing.
the music
I,
sounds better. I feel more
I sound
comfortable.
better, there's more. Yeah.
I hate playing bar chords on the first fret for
Here.
4 minutes at a time. That's what I
Yeah.
don't like.
Well, I'm often
don't-
not playing rhythm. Like so, these
Yeah,
are
right,
fine.
maybe
right,
that's
these
the
are fine.
difference too.
You know?
But
always
I
play
want the
rhythm.
open strings to be able to be there because sometimes if you're one guitar player, it's like, no, I want to be able to
Yeah.
just have the most ring out big thing
So
at some
yeah.
points so for E flat, I'm like, no,
To
we
your
gotta do
point,
this,
I would
guys.
just capo at that point and play in D. I mean, you know what I mean? Like a whole nother guitar tuning, like different. That's just a lot of. That's
What's the point of having all these guitars if I don't only play one?
what's the point of having a double neck if you don't tune
You
them
should
differently?
play
All
the
right,
double
I gotta
neck
go
tonight.
practice these
I
songs.
know.
Guitar Friends, episode 46.
46.
My, how far we've come. Here we
Wow.
go. All right, dudes. Cheers.
I've been HW.
I've been Suze.
I'm still somebody. I don't even know.
Okay.